Hi there, folks. We thought it was time for another video here on the direct line. So we're doing this before we head out to the Vaal today. It's a Thursday morning. I'm having my tea with my tablets. Let me just take this one quickly to keep me going. And Lyle Cooper joined me with baby. Don't put baby in the corner.
Yeah, she's very cross because I'm going to the Vaal. She does not like it when I go to the Vaal.
Yeah.
She literally sits on me and tries and holds me down. Hey, baby. Say hello to everyone out
Talking
there.
about baby, the dogs have been barking about our selections on July Day, Lyle
Yes.
Cooper.
Yeah, we've had a very good few
We had a lot
days.
of positive feedback. Someone came to me at Turffontein on Tuesday and said to me that thank you very much for Future Pearl, because we were being guided by people that were tipping Runaway Song as a certainty. But they said, thank you very much for providing some sanity.
I had quite a few people at Turffontein the other day coming saying thanks for the pick six as well, because we made a nice little 30,000 Rand profit in our pick six. But then the good news is since then we've had good days right up till now. So long may it continue.
Absolutely. Well, I had a wonderful July. As you know, I was there, and I'm sorry that you weren't there with me. But it was a great July, and all credit to the Crawford team for placing Winchester Mansion so well. The reason why we've come on to do this video is to tell you about how you can join us, because as we were speaking now, the July was a good day. That seemed like an eternity ago. That's less than a week ago. And of course, you can join at any time, because when you pay your money, and it, by the way, is 400 Rand for a full month, 4 weeks, actually. It's a 28-day offer. It's 400 Rand. It works out to less than 15 Rand a day, and you get a full comprehensive set of selections. But Lyle, people can call anytime. They can join up. They can find out more. Basically, we have our team of tipsters, and we tip for every local South African race meeting.
Yeah, we've got Bella that anyone can contact. She's almost available 24 hours a day for any queries. And just one or two queries we've got. As you've just said, I'm just going to reiterate it. 400 Rand, it gives you the month from that day you pay. So if you pay on the 7th of July, you're on until the 7th of August. So it doesn't matter when you pay. You get your 4 weeks. You get that sheet every day. And it's like you've said, Nico, 4 tipsters with, I always tease the other two. We've got 500 years of experience. Between us and you and I, I've only got 50, but good team, and it's been very successful so far, particularly the last 4 or 5 days. I think we're starting to really get into it now. Another guy just showed me he took a Yankee. I'm just trying to remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember, but he put 100 Rand down, and he was showing me that he got 55,000 Rand from our selection. So it's going well.
It must have been on July Day, because we were pretty bullish about our July selections, and
it must have been.
We went out with guns blazing, and we tipped winner upon winner there.
We did.
Let's have a look here how you join up. So here is the news. So if you're watching this for the first time, the person to contact is Bella. She's our administrative person on the ground. She's available either to chat to if you want to chat. If you don't feel like chatting, just WhatsApping. The WhatsApp app number is the same number as you can contact on, and that is 079 390 5747. If you don't want to have the personal contact, but you'd like to get in touch with us, then rather email us on our email address, thedirectlinesa@gmail.com, and there are our banking details. It's clocking the gallop. It's First National Bank. It's a check account number, and the number is 6290552832, with a branch code of 250655. We do have the PayPal option. So if you are an international viewer, you want selections for South African racing, our PayPal option is available, and Bella will tell you how to join that once you contact her. It's a very simple process, and we are on PayPal. We have been on PayPal for a good few weeks now. Lyle, let's talk about what we've done over the last few days. Principally, what I'd like to talk about first is the most recent success, which was yesterday. Now, yesterday, we tipped a place accumulator in Cape Town. You did the selections with our Cape Town correspondents, and for a 480 Rand outlay, the pickup was 2,500 Rand, which was fantastic.
Yeah, we did do quite well there. You've got a much better memory than me, Nick. Oh, there you go. You got it up on the screen. And we thought it was a very difficult card. So we were actually quite nervous of this PA. So I'm glad we got it.
Yeah, it ended up paying 160 odd rand and a few cents. We got it 16 times because we doubled up in the last leg. We had the winner Coronation Time and the horse that snuck into third,
Yeah, correct.
which got us we were running 8 times. We ended up being 16 times. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if you've taken our exotics over the last 4 days, 5 days, I think you're smiling, Nico.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
One
absolutely.
more thing I wanted to add, Nico, we get quite a few comments from a few guys saying, why do they need to pay for the tips? And I just wanted to explain that we don't have a sponsor or anything. We
Yeah.
do this on our own accord. And personally, I literally spend 7 hours on a card. And I know you do, and I know other two punters do as well. So we'd love to do it for free, but studying 7 days a week, 7 hours a day for a card to help punters out, it's not a lot to ask for. So just to answer the questions of a lot of the guys that say, why do they need to pay?
Yeah.
It's just for our time.
Well, it's economically, if we did find a sponsor, as many tipsters have got out there, we'd end up charging nothing, and it's still running in our old clock in the Gallop format. But that's not the reality. The reality is it is a business, and as much as we want to give our tips for nothing, it's not economically possible for us to do that. Not at this stage anyway. We may well get a sponsor, in which case we will inform everyone accordingly. I want to just go back quickly, if I can, to last week when Nino Podesta was doing the selections. This was from last Friday. No, sorry, this was on Monday, actually, I think. This was on Monday.
We did this on Monday, you're right.
And we tipped as our value bet Colorama. I think it went off I think it ended up opening up at 6-1, but it started at like 12 or 14-1. And the other horse we liked was a horse called Twice a Saint, which I think was 6-7-1, ran second. So these were some of our value bets from Monday this week.
Yeah. We studied, Nico. That's how we found these values. In fact, we found a few today, you and I. Certain horses are priced up at 12-1, and they've actually got the beating of the favorite. So but through the studying, we find them quite often, and it's fun. It's fun to find. I know you and I both love studying.
We love studying, and we tend to find them and then put a lot of time and effort into it. I just want to give people an indication of what the sheet looks like that we send out daily, so that people aren't guessing. So this is an example of what we would do. What we do is we do a sheet every day. It's a tip, okay, the first 4 selections. We then comment on the race, and then we give it a risk index. Now, risk 1 being it's an easy race that we think you could get away with 1 or 2 horses, right the way up to a risk index of 10, which means absolutely impossible field race.
No idea.
And here's an example of what we did on Monday. And again, I go back to Monday and say, right, here it is. The opening race, Gavin Smith had Golden Pacific, which ended up winning comfortably. And we gave it a 3. Then we said in the next race, Ida Bell, we tipped Ida Bell. And then the next race, we went for Twice a Saint and Gold for Africa to fight it out. So basically, we tipped those as relatively low in the risk index, and they were pretty easy to negotiate those 3 legs. But basically, that's what you're looking at. And not only that, we'll tip a few exotics, and we'll give an indication of what our best and value bets are for the day, Lyle.
Yeah, best and value bets, I think, important as well, Nico. We take a lot of time structuring those exotics, and we often don't put them out. In other words, if we think the pick 6 is uncatchable or too expensive, we don't tip it.
Yeah.
If we find if the card is extremely hard, we also maybe stay away from the bipod sometimes, because we cannot find a banker, and we don't want to tip a 3,000 rand bipod.
A lot of thought process goes into it. Just going back to the July and the thought process behind winning the pick 6 there. That last leg we found there were too many horses. So the risk there by putting in, let's say, 7 or 8 of the horses versus putting the field on a big day when there's a carryover, you want the biggest outsider to win. And hence Gladiatorian goes and wins, and everyone's kicking and screaming because they didn't have it in, because they only went 70 or 80% of the horses. Now, that was discussed at our conversation, our 3-hour-long discussion, by the way, on Saturday morning, early, where we said, why risk it when
Mm.
It just cost a few extra rand to win a big amount.
Correct.
If we'd got an earlier result and we'd kicked into gear, that could have paid 100 or 200,000. As it was, it paid 30.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
They could have paid bombs. Yeah.
Mm.
And I must admit, I remembered laughing at you guys when you put Galatori in. I said, oh, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I was outvoted, and you guys put the whole field. Well done to you. Because I actually took 100 Rand one for the tab, Nico. 100 Rand pick 6 on the tab. Yeah. And I went out in the final leg.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, you didn't listen to us.
No, I couldn't afford it.
We want to hear from everyone. We've had a lot of positive feedback. The business is growing. We continue to establish ourselves as some of the top tipsters in the country. We appreciate all your feedback. And we continue rolling on. We tip for every South African centre. And it is, as I mentioned, a 4-week period. It works out at less than 15 Rand a day. You can go again, either to the description of this video or to the slide that we showed you a bit earlier on to get Bella's details. And we look forward to hearing from you. Lyle, thanks very much for joining me. Looking forward to the upcoming weekend. And if you do not want to spend 400 Rand, we do have a 200 Rand weekend special coming up for the big Gold Cup meeting at the end of July. So look out for that on this channel, and we will let you know when to start signing up for that. Lyle, thanks for your time this morning.
Yep.
All the best.
Thank you, Nico.